Hey, it's time for Steve's midweek shout out. Good to come to here in the middle of the week, and as I always say, I hope you're having a blessed week. Hey, I'm thinking about obstacles and challenges that we're facing in our life. Something that I've been spending a lot of time with. I'm actually doing a preaching series in May and June about overcoming obstacles. And there's a lot that our faith teaches us about challenges and obstacles. Think about this. Do you ever have a challenge in your life where you just try to keep on beating on it and beating on it and beating on it, thinking by beating on it, you're going to overcome it, when really the harder you beat, the more frustrated you become? There's a great story from the book of Numbers about Balaam and his donkey. Balaam was riding his donkey, and 3 times the donkey stopped in the middle of the road, actually rode Balaam into a ditch, rode his foot up against a fence. He just stopped. And Balaam was so frustrated with the donkey, he got off and he beat and beat and beat the donkey. Well, what Balaam didn't know is that the donkey could see an angel standing in front of him that had a sword of death. And if the donkey took one more step, that Balaam was going to be executed. So the donkey finally says to Balaam, "Why are you beating on me? I'm your good and faithful donkey. Stop beating on me." And what Balaam had to learn is that beating on the donkey got him nowhere. Instead, he had to back off and listen to what the challenge was presenting to him, because if he would have gone further, it would have meant his death. I think that's the challenge for us when it comes to the problems that we face. We think if the harder we beat against something, we're going to get somewhere, when instead we need to back off. We need to pay attention to what does the lesson that this challenge brings to me. How can I expand my understanding of myself and the thing that I'm interacting with? Just think about this. Maybe you have a problem with your kid, a challenge with your kid, an obstacle with your kid, and you've been trying to make that child's will bend to your will. Instead of doing that, what if you sat down and listened to the challenge that your child presented to you? The same with a challenge at work with either a coworker or somebody you might supervise. You're trying to bend their will to your will, and it's just not working out. Well, instead of forcing the issue, what if you sat back and listen to the person and learn from what it is that they have to teach you? Maybe it's a health issue. This is a tricky thing. We want health issues to conform to our will, when oftentimes they just don't. The key that we have to do then is to listen, to back off, and listen to what is the lessons that this illness has to teach me. You can spend your life beating and beating and beating against your problems, but you know what? It's going to get you nowhere. The key is to back off and to listen and learn. That's my message for you here in the middle of the week. I want to remind you, this coming Sunday is Cowboy Sunday here at Columbine United Church. The high holy day of the high holy day of the church here. Forget about Easter, forget about Christmas. It's Cowboy Sunday. Wear your cowboy finest gear. I'm actually going to preach on this passage from Balaam. Come and have a good time. You can also, if you can, join us face to face. You can live stream us on Facebook. You can go to the church's website, ColumbineUnited.church, and you can watch us there. There's a lot of different ways to connect with Columbine, especially all the different social media platforms that we engage in. Hey, I hope you're having a great week. Take care. We'll see you.